to stay faithful when you're in shape or when you're out of shape? Is it harder to stay faithful when you're in shape or when you're out of shape? So when you look better, do you have more opportunities? Is it harder to stay disciplined with your marriage or your relationship? Or is it all the same? Is it all the same? It doesn't matter what type of shape you're in, what size you're in. All temptations are the same. Whatever you think before we get started, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. Let me know if you've had more problems staying disciplined in relationships when you were in better shape or when you're in worse shape. And how's it going right now? Now, I got a story for you guys. So here you go. Uh, a man, 45 years old. He writes in that he's married. He's been happily married now for 10 years. No problems in their marriage. He's never had a problem with infidelity, okay? His wife has never cheated on him either. That's very important. Over the last 2 years, he lost 90 pounds. Okay, he was rather large. He lost 90 pounds. So throughout that time, not only did he lose weight, because we all talk about losing weight, but we don't talk about the other aspects. Not only did he lose weight, he built muscle. He built confidence. He started playing a recreational sport. Okay, he dresses different. His hair is different now. He grew his hair longer, right? He goes and gets trimmed up a little bit more often than he used to. He pays more attention to his clothing. He even got a new car. So most would say his identity changed. So the issue that he's having now is that women used to look past him. They used to look over him, right? And they used to not pay him any attention. He would go weeks without an unfamiliar woman making any comments or speaking to him. So now they're engaging in conversation. They're coming up to him. They're speaking to him. They're talking to him at the gym. He's taking classes, and these women are asking to exchange numbers so they can all work out together on the weekends, right? So he's getting a lot of attention from women. And the problem is that it's feeling really good to him to get the attention from the women. It's feeling really good to feel like women want to flirt and that they want him, right? So now his interests are peaking. Now, he doesn't want to cheat on his wife, and he never wanted to cheat on his wife because he takes his vows seriously. But he's now getting attention that he didn't get before, so he doesn't know what to do with it, right? Because he doesn't want to be mean to the women as well, because over the time that he was bigger, he was always nice to these women, right? And he's like, I don't want to be a douche just because I lost weight. I got some muscles now. I don't want to start acting like I'm brand new, okay? So he's like, what should I do, right? Is this a slippery slope? Because I still have another 60 that I want to lose at some point, right? I want to go down even farther. I got a lot of fitness goals I'm trying to attain. So what's going to happen? Because I've never had to develop this type of discipline. So what comes next? And am I going to be able to say no to these women as time moves forward, right? So that's his big worry. So again, is it easier to stay faithful when you're in bad shape, when you're a little heavier, when you're not being noticed? Or is it just as easy to say no? Is the discipline the same no matter what shape, no matter what point of your fitness journey that you're on? Is it all the same, right? So put your answer in the comments for me. Now, we're going to examine this young man's life in just a second. Now, guys, this is Lunchtime Logic, okay? And the reason why we call it Lunchtime Logic is because we are live at lunchtime, okay? So most of you should be having something to eat, okay? You should be consuming something right now. Even if you're intermittent fasting, most of you eat lunch. I'm also eating lunch, okay? So I also describe what I eat for lunch, just so you guys are aware of the type of bowls that your influencers are actually eating, right? Because we're not perfect, guys. So we don't just eat leaves off of trees and drink spring water, okay? We do actually eat real food. I know it's hard to believe sometimes. So today, guys, can of tuna. I got a sweet potato in here, a medium sweet potato, 5 ounces of grilled chicken, 5 ounces of lean ground turkey. All right, let me tell you guys something about sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are a cheat code, guys. They're a cheat code. If you can figure out how to get some sweet potatoes, first of all, they're very cheap, right? Very low carb content, but they're very fulfilling, very sweet, okay? You don't have to add much at all, right? You don't need cinnamon. You don't need a ton of butter. We put them in the air fryer. Olive oil on top of them. You poke a couple holes in them. Put them in the air fryer, guys. They come out delicious. Let me tell you something, man. When you add that to your rice bowls, when you add that on the side of your plate, So a lot of times I eat them by myself, or I'll open one up, put a little half a cup of ground turkey in there. Guys, amazing meal. Very low calorie, very, very high in fiber for me, okay? I don't get in enough fiber. So that really helps me get in my fiber and eat something that tastes good. But what it does for me the most, sweet potatoes, I end up eating those a lot of times for my last little, I'm a little hungry, but I don't want a whole meal. And it's 5:45, I try to eat by 6 o'clock. I'll have a sweet potato or 1.5 sweet potatoes. Satisfies me, I'm good, got some sweet taste, and I'm good to go, all right? So let's implement some sweet potatoes into your plan, man, if you don't have it yet, all right? Now, this young man has a dilemma, guys, and I want to be clear about something. This isn't just something that males go through, okay? I think all genders go through this because human beings are attracted to aesthetically pleasing folks, and they will always be, okay? So when you get in better shape, people start to notice you a little bit differently, okay? And so this man is not the only man that goes through this. If we're just talking about men, there's a lot of men who have made transformations in the last year or two and saw an increase in interaction, okay? Now, 45 years old, married for 10 years or over. That is a big deal. Guys, when you're married for a decade, things change while you're married. So because you're not on the dating scene, because you're not on the apps dating, even in social media, if you're social, you're not using it for a tool to meet people and date, right? And get into relationships. You don't exactly, I don't want to say time passes you by, but people progress in different ways. So how women approach men have progressed in the last 10 years, right? Whereas they might have been a little bit more shy before. Now they're not. They might have been a little, apprehensive to give out their information before. But now they give you their social media page, right? The ones who are shy and didn't want to really talk to men as much. Maybe they're social because of social media and the internet, so they feel more comfortable. So things have changed since he's been married. And guys, when you're 45 years old, you're either going to the right or you're going to the left. You're going to the right or you're going to the left. And that's pretty much with everything you do. Because by that time, guys, financially, you're either getting yourself together or it's getting worse. As a parent, you're getting better or you're getting worse, right? So you'll see a lot of middle-aged men turn it up with their fitness, as I did myself. And man, when we turn it up, we turn it up. Because we've experienced some health issues at 45. Maybe not anything detrimental, no disease, but we're talking, shortness of breath, sleep apnea, high blood pressure, right? Aches and pains, inflammation, erectile dysfunction issues, right? So at 45, he probably dealt with some issues 90 pounds ago. I guarantee he did. So you got 90 pounds to lose, bro. That normally means, as a grown man, that normally means you're in the 200s, high 200s, 270, 280. He said he still has room to go. So because of that, that makes him turn it up a notch with the health. So when we start getting ourselves together in our middle age, now we attack the nutrition, we attack the sleep, we attack the hormones, we attack our lifestyle, we attack the vices, everything. So during this time that he had to attack all areas to get to where he got, he became a new person. Guys, you ever see the before and after of somebody when they lose 90 pounds? They look like, not only are they a different person, but it almost as if they can switch cultures, right? Nationalities, like they weren't born in the same decade, bro. It doesn't look like a 45-year-old man. It looks like a 30-year-old dude from another country. So he had to make a lot of changes. And what happens is your identity changes. Your identity changes. But your circumstance has not. Your relationship circumstance has not. But you changed. Now, I didn't ask him this because this would have been a good piece of relevant information. Bro, what did you look like, or where were you when you got married? Were you 280 when you got married, or were you 180? Okay. Listen, man. That matters, and we'll get to that in a minute. So his entire identity has changed. What people rarely talk about is that while all these changes are going on within you, and you even look like a younger human being, your lens changes. Your lens changes. And what does that mean, Mark? Well, how you see the world changes, right? Like, when you become more fit, there are certain things that you used to look at and say, that's impossible for me to do physically. Now, oh, I'll do that in my sleep. I'll do that in my sleep. A lot of you have started running where 2-3 years ago, you couldn't run. You couldn't ride a bike. You couldn't even envision riding a bike 30 miles. Now you do it every week. Some of you guys are doing headstands, handstands, cartwheels, backflips. You hadn't even did it since you were a kid, 30 years ago, right? So his lens has changed. And when your lens changes, different human beings become attractive that might not have been attractive before. And I understand people that we're not supposed to change who we look at and why we look at them just because we got in better shape, but it's natural. It's natural. We get to a point where the women who we thought were attractive, and I'm just talking about men right now, or the people who we thought were attractive 90 pounds ago are not as attractive. And the people that we did not look at as much, now we look at them because we see ourselves differently. So no one gets you ready for this part. So as old boy is in the gym at 45 years old, 90 pounds ago, he wasn't looking at the real cute little 30-year-old that works out at the same time, the same day. He wasn't looking at her. Now his lens is changing. That doesn't mean he's going to talk to her. It doesn't mean, but where he would not have been looking before, he's looking now. So let's just address this gym thing first, right? Because that gets swept under the rug a lot of times. Guys, when you go to the gym, 99% of us go to the gym at the same time, right? 99% of us go on the same days every week. Same time. If you go Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock, that's what you do. If you go Monday through Friday at 7 in the morning, that's what you do. Okay? Most of the time, and I'm sure most of you can attribute to this, you see the same people. Same people. No matter how big your gym is, same people. Because not only do you go to the gym at the same day, the same time, so do they. And most likely, how about this? When you're doing legs on Monday, they're doing biceps. When you're doing back and shoulders on Tuesday, they're doing legs. You understand? Because most of us are on a program. So you end up even being in the same areas, okay? But that's not what makes somebody attractive at the gym. What makes someone attractive at the gym is the consistency, right? Because human beings are drawn to others who seem to have discipline and consistency. That's number one. Number two, most of the time when you're in the gym, you're in a pretty decent mood. Pretty decent mood. So every time you see them, they're in a pretty decent mood. Also, guys, the same reason why we love athletes is the same reason why we will be drawn to someone in the gym. Every time we see them, they're moving. Human beings love to see another human being in motion. There's something about it. I don't have the science nailed down. I don't have it nailed down to a science yet, but there's something biological that attracts human beings to other human beings who are in motion. Every time you see this person, they're in motion. Most of the time when you see this person, they have on some tight-fitting clothing. They're in a good mood. They're always in motion. They're consistent. And then, if you've been seeing them at the gym long enough, they've gotten better. Okay? So see, everybody's not trying to lose weight. But if you're on a decent meal plan and your workouts are properly structured halfway, you're going to see some body recomposition, whether you want to or not. So, as this man is talking about women being attracted to him that see him at the gym, there's several factors outside of him losing 90 pounds, but he did lose 90 pounds, okay? So, I know what a lot of you females are going to say to me, Mark, what does that have to do with him being faithful to his wife? He took vows. He did. He did. But I'm trying to explain to you how his circumstances have now changed. Because for a lot of us, if our circumstances change, our relationship would change immediately. Some of y'all, if you hit the lottery for $1 million right now, I think y'all gonna sit down and have a talk with old boy. Right now. And you might break him off a little something and say, hey, listen, partner, it's been real, but I got to go, okay? So when your circumstances change, your thoughts change. So now he's starting to find these women attractive. And again, if they weren't talking to him, if they weren't flirting with him, if they weren't making eye contact with him, ladies, let me help you with something. Because I know a lot of y'all have never been an attractive male, okay? But when you got a couple little muscles and you in that gym and you go hard, when you just minding your business, I'm talking about you ain't talking to nobody. A woman loves a man on a mission. Yes, Lord. A woman loves a focused man on a mission. Remember when you were a kid and you be on the playground and you like that boy who was always playing basketball with the other boys and he ain't pay you no mind? You know why? Because he was on his mission. His mission was the most important thing. That is still to this day the most attractive thing about a man. So when they see it, homie, he's trying his best to have tunnel vision, because I know how it be. You at the gym like, hey, yo, I'm not paying attention to none of these. I'm right here. I'm not talking. I ain't smiling. I ain't waving. I got my headphones on, hood up. I think also what makes a lot of these men attractive, and probably old boy as well, is that when you're married, bro, if you're in a good marriage, you're settled, you're calm. If you have a good marriage, your life is peaceful. People can see when your life is peaceful. Oh my goodness gracious, they can see it on you. So he's not only is he getting better, he's looking better. He's wearing different clothing. He probably got a little cologne on sometimes. His hair look different. He's always in motion. Huh? He probably tanning a little bit. Right? He's outside working out, so his skin gonna change. You got tunnel vision. Real peaceful. That's attractive to these women. So now he has all of this, and he's wondering now, what should he do? Will it get worse? Will he be able to trust himself down the line? Now, bro, I got to be honest with you. When you in shape, it comes with a different set of rules, man. Because it comes with a different set of opportunities. Too much is given, much is required. You understand? I'll tell anybody that's going, listen, your life about to change. When you hit 30 pounds of weight loss or fat loss, your life is going to change. And with it is going to come greater responsibility. I don't care if you're male or female. If you couldn't fit in that bathing suit before, sis, you're going to fit in it now. Huh? You're going to post some pictures on your social media you wouldn't have posted before. You're going to go to some events you wouldn't have gone to before. You understand? So there breeds a new level of responsibility. Now, the main thing you have to understand is, Playboy, if you continue on this road, this is not going to change. If anything, it's going to get worse. Because the healthier you become, the stronger you become, the more agile, mobile, athletic, the more confidence you have in yourself, you become more attractive, not less. So the attention that you're going to get, it's going to get more intense. And the people paying you attention going to get better looking, Playboy. I hate to be so vain. But it's just the truth. And if you're not mentally prepared for that, it can catch you off guard. Right? Because like you said, you haven't always gotten attention from women. They looked over you before. Some of us, right, were in shape for a really long time, fell out of shape for like 5 years, and then got back into shape. That's different. Because before we fell out of shape, we were getting attention from these women, okay? So we were kind of used to it. But if you're not used to it, it will shock you. It will take you back a bit. And it will have you not knowing which way to go. Now, most of the women in the comments, bro, are going to say, you took vows. This should not be hard. What is the big deal? If you love your wife, you should not be thinking about no other females. That's what they're going to say. I'm telling you that that's not enough. Ladies, I know it's supposed to be enough, but it's not. He's a man. His testosterone is probably double to triple what it was. When they say a dude testosterone is like 200 NGs, I think that's how they measure it. His joint probably at like 600-700 now. It's off the charts. Okay? His heart is healthier. More blood circulation. You understand? His brain is operating at a different level. Okay? More muscles. His metabolism has changed. It's so many things that's changed in the man. It's tough. So I would say like this, Playboy. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Number one, prepare that this is going to continue on. The more you get in good quality shape, it's going to keep going. And I don't care what gym you go to. I don't care what city you in. It's coming. And it ain't just at the gym. I know that. It ain't just at the gym, homie. They coming at you at the supermarket, at the gas station. This is who really coming at you. The moms of the kids that your kids play with or go to school. Oh, man, come on, man. I know it. So it's not going to stop. So you do have to develop some discipline within yourself, okay? So I got a couple things for you. Number one, I'm going to need you to strengthen your relationship with your lady. And I'm talking about as strong as you can humanly make it. And when I feel like I need to strengthen my relationship, I just try to do a couple extra little things or some things I ain't did. Oh, I haven't gotten her flowers in a while. I haven't taken her out for a date in a while. I haven't bought her an outfit and said, oh, I saw this and I thought you would look beautiful in it. I didn't put a compliment reminder in my phone to compliment her once a day in a while. I didn't book a trip, even if it's for a year down the line. You know how you book a trip? It'd be a year down the line. She'd be talking about it for a year. You have to strengthen your relationship, Playboy. And I'm talking about strong, right? Because a lot of ladies in the comments, again, they're going to say, just take her to the gym with you. Let them girls know you married. Them girls don't care. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying gym girlies are disrespectful. That's not what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is, just like his vitality has increased, listen to me, man, that sexual tension in the gym is different. Do you understand me? So she ain't worried about nothing. Most of them, they don't care nothing about his wife. This on him. So I say strengthen your relationship as much as possible. I would also say, at the gym and at other places, let's limit contact and interaction with women as much as we can. Because at some point you will get used to it. At some point you get used to it. It's going to take a while though, man. And it's natural for you to be outside of yourself a little bit. Because, bro, we all go through stages. There's some guys who put on 15 pounds of muscle this winter. Now they look different in a tank top, bro. And trust me, people can tell, right? So it's people just talking to you that normally wouldn't talk to you. So it takes a while to get used to, and don't expect to have it all mastered right now. But I would say limit the interaction. So if you see a female who's at a machine, and you know that it's a chance that y'all might lock eyes or talk, I would probably stay away from that machine until she's done, right? Let's limit the interactions. When they do come talk to you, because that happens, keep it very basic, but you almost have to be a little bit rude and leave the conversation. Oh, hey, you know what? This has been awesome, but I really got to work out. I got to pick my kids up. You know what? I got to finish up real quick. My wife got dinner on the table. I don't want to be late for, you know. You're going to have to exit some conversation, because I already know you being Mr. Nice Guy. And you're just like, oh, man, I don't see nothing wrong with chit-chatting with him. Yeah, but, bro, the whole time you chit-chatting with him, your eyes is locked on him. And, hey, it's 2026, my boy. Them women is naked in the gym. You hear me? Every gym in America. Damn near naked. So the longer you stand there and have these conversations, the worse it's going to go. Okay? Now, I would say change your time you go to the gym. If you can. But that could throw you off, and I don't want to throw you off. Okay? I don't want to throw you off. But if you feel like you could go at a slightly different time, that it's not as packed and it's not as... Bro, we got to be realistic with ourselves. If we trying to cut the alcohol, bro, we're not going to events with open bar. We just not. So when you go to the gym at certain times, we all know how this is. You go at certain times, it's literally like a singles club. So if you can avoid those times, cool. If it's going to knock you off your square, don't worry about that. What I will say is this is the inner work that we can do, right? Remember I said strengthen your relationship with your lady. But also, bro, I don't know how much fasting you do. But for me, fasting has given me an inner strength that I never had before I started fasting. It was a couple years ago I started doing it, probably 4 years ago, religious purposes. So when you fast and you have to abstain from food, you can abstain from anything. And I mean anything. When you got to go 12 hours, 18 hours, maybe even 24, don't let you do no overnight fast. Playboy, I promise you, you can control urges with about anything. So I would suggest that you enter into some phases where you do some fasting, maybe even once a week, because it develops an amount of self-control that you've never in your life experienced. And then small things like this become a little bit easier because you are a man, right? You were put on the earth to procreate. And I would assume you do like women, right? And even I don't care who you like, you're gonna have them urges, playboy. If you healthy, because a lot of you, I guarantee you probably one of them dudes say, man, this is the best I ever felt. Well, if the best you ever felt, then you probably feel the best sexually as well. Try fasting, bro. Try fasting. I think you're okay. I don't think it's as bad as what you think. Because again, the main thing is you will get used to the attention. Okay? You will get used to the attention. And then it becomes, you start realizing it's a lot of it is surface level. But you should also expect it because you look better. Because you're smiling different. Your posture's different. It has to be 90 pounds. Your steps are different. You're moving faster. If you ever notice, start paying attention to fit people versus people who are unhealthy. Fit people walk faster. They just walk faster. So because you're walking faster, you have a different stride to yourself, right? Your eyes are probably up instead of down where they used to be, right? Your hair's different, skin different. You might even got your teeth fixed. A lot of things about you are different and they're very attractive to people, but most likely it's just surface level, meaning these women don't necessarily like you because they don't know you. They like what they see. And normally, bro, that's not enough. It's not really worth it to put your marriage in jeopardy for people who just like what they see. Because at a moment of weakness, bro, just remember this equation. You're risking 10 years of marriage for 1 hour of pleasure. Because let's be clear about something. Even if you were to cheat on you, y'all gonna be in the bedroom for about an hour. Okay? Give or take. It might be multiple times. When it come down to it, it's about an hour. And you could lose your relationship for an hour. Most likely it ain't worth it, bro. All right, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you it ain't, because it ain't gonna be that much better than your wife. I'm gonna let you know right now. Because that's another thing that happens when you married for a long time. You forget that single women feel the same as you. You know what I mean? It might feel different, but it's like going from regular potato chips to barbecue. Yeah, it tastes good real quick, but it do the same amount of damage. It's not that much difference. Not that much difference. Okay? It's not worth driving across town and paying double the price. It ain't. It just is not. So I think you're all right, bro. But the first step in it, honestly, is realizing that there was a difference and that you having such an issue, a little bit of an issue. But man, don't think you're the only person go through this. Every person that has made a transformation is going through this. Every person that has made a transformation is going through this at some level. At some level. It doesn't make you a bad person. All right? So if you are something like this young man, and you have a story, you have an issue, you have a problem, and you want to email me your story and have me bring it up on a live, email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. That is Coach Mark with a C, 22@gmail.com. All right? Now, also, if you are like this man and you feel like you need some coaching, okay? Not just that you need coaching with your relationship or how to handle this, but you might need some coaching with new programming, a little bit of nutrition help, and some help with things like this as well. Click the link in my bio. Let's schedule a free consultation. Let's get on a Zoom. Let's talk to each other face to face. Let's see if we're a good fit for each other. We might not be, or we might be, and then we can move forward. All right. So click the link in the bio. I'll see you on the other side of it. All right. Now, for my Lunchtime Logic fans, I will see you guys tomorrow as scheduled. Okay. And I'll be back with another submission, another topic, and another discussion for us to get through. All right. So for all my transformers, you guys, let's keep moving. Let's transform. Let's get better. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.